Shazam!
Yeah.
All hands on deck. like that, Vish? See how I'm like bringing it all together there? So we actually went pretty controversial on this one. Not really controversial. We went pretty.
Differences of opinion.
We were juxtaposed in this one.
Yeah.
We did differ in this one. Vish really liked the movie.
Yeah.
I wasn't the biggest fan. But listen to it, see what you think. We also open with Apple because Vish has been trying to convince me for the past few years.
Yeah, a few years.
On how important it is to use Apple Pay. Vish, quickly tell them why Apple Pay is important. 4 great things that you loved about Apple Pay. Go.
Privacy. Why did you put 4? God, I don't know.
Ease of use.
Okay. Speed. I don't know.
And why do we like 4? I don't know. I chose 4.
I think 1 should be the one.
True.
Right.
All right. But listen to this one. That's our dog in the background saying what's up because she wants us to go give her some love. So we're gonna stop this intro now,
cool.
And you can go listen.
Here we go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, boom, and we were back with another episode of Crack Gamers. This is not your weekly roundup. This is a movie review.
Yes.
We checked out a movie yesterday, and we are going to review it because it's good content. Life is a good source of content creation.
Mm-hmm.
If you constantly talk about your life, you have unlimited things to talk about. But
Right.
before we do that, I would like to put a quick shout out to Apple Pay because Vish totally turned me on to this, and I was like, "Oh, this is so genius." So you want
After a year later.
A year later, that's right, because you've been using it, and
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? It seems kind of like unsafe, but after hearing about your pros for it and then trying it out for a couple days, I'm like, this is the future.
That's
There's
what
no
they say.
way.
It takes a year or something to convince someone, right?
Oh, really? That's like a
No,
statistic?
just
Or you
making
just
that
say It's so funny. Okay. All right, true. All right, so before we go into the movie review, want to explain what Apple Pay is?
It's a method to pay from your phone. Your credit card is on your app called a wallet.
On your iPhone, hence
your-
Apple Pay. Apple
Yeah,
iPhone.
I mean, you can do that on your Android phones too, actually.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Oh. All right, well, that took away the...
But Apple does it in a way that, like you said, when you purchase something, it didn't even show up as if your credit card. It was a different number.
Yeah, so I always get receipts because I like to do my own accounting to make sure money's where it's at. Because you gotta get money, get paid. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the last 4 digits on the credit card, they're not the same, which I thought was really cool. That's a great way to keep security and stuff because when you use your credit card, it'll show you the last 4 digits of that credit card. But then when you use Apple Pay, it generates a random last 4 digits.
Right, random number, yeah.
Yeah, so but although that kind of messed me up because I was when I was looking through my receipts to record them in my Excel file, I was like, wait, what credit card was this? But it's totally fine because the genius of it is if you go to the card, it'll show you your last purchase. So I don't even need the paper anymore. I've just been doing the paper thing to prompt me, I guess.
Yeah.
But you don't really need it anymore.
You don't need it anymore.
I thought that was cool. So if you're thinking about should I do this? Should I not do this? I would highly suggest doing it because I went to the movies last night with Vish and his brother and my sister, and I didn't even bring anything but my phone because I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna get something,
this is what I've been saying for
I know,
so long.
It's so genius though. I just thought so. My barrier to entry for this one was you were like, oh, you have to call the credit card company to set it up.
Well,
so I was like, oh, that's so annoying. I don't want to have to do this.
But it was kind of quick though.
You called, right?
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, whatever. Look, you've got it. It's working for you. Let me try it. So I put it in, and I didn't even need to call my credit card company.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it sends you a text to your phone, and then.
So I think they figured out. I think when I set it up, it was a while ago.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
for
just
sure.
Left like that.
But the genius of what bless you, said the Lord. So what I'm what I liked about it was when you're putting in your credit card, you just hold your credit card up to the thing. So I'm going to explain to you how easy this is. because I want everyone to use it.
Okay.
Because Apple gets a percentage, and I believe their
Very small
genius,
percentage,
but still,
percentage, I
their
don't know.
genius should be propagated throughout the lands. Basically, all you do is you hold up your card next to your camera. It's like put your card within this zone, and then it reads the card for you, and then you just have to input like the name on the card sometimes, and the back numbers. That's it. It's just like, what are the back numbers? So that's it. And then it'll be like, you need to verify. So then you click verify via text, which is genius, because then the app reads your text and then it auto verifies for you. A lot of people are like, hey, this is a privacy issue. I think it's just convenience.
Privacy issue?
Like, they're like, oh, the apps are reading my text, something else, blah, blah. You know, like, that's kind of weird, right? Like, for example, how people are like, oh, they're listening, like, the HomePod we got. It's called HomePod?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's your thing. So we got the HomePod, and then it's like, oh, they're listening in our conversations, and they're marketing to us, et cetera, et cetera. But when I learned about this in school, I was like, that's actually way better for a consumer, because if I'm searching for a camera, this has happened in the past, I was looking for a lens, and then I was like, I don't know how much that's going to cost. And then I went on Amazon, and then the lens ad was already there. I was like, oh, shoot. So you can, like, click through. You know what I'm saying? It's like, It's just like, it depends on if you want to look at the glass half empty or half full. You know what I'm saying? It's like, It's like either they're manipulating us or they're providing us with convenience. I think it's both. Sure, they're manipulating us, but same time, I enjoy the products. Or just get off the grid, like the kid in Shazam, which we're about to get into now.
Okay.
See how I like that, Vish?
Yeah, but they had cell phones though.
That's true, but the kid didn't. All right, we're gonna go into it right now. It is. This is the movie review. Major spoilers. If you haven't watched it, definitely don't listen to this, or listen to it and then make your decision of, should I spend the $20.99 that we spent for IMAX to go check this out.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, so we're going to score it, talk about it, rescore it, see if we swayed each other's opinion.
Sure.
Vish, what was your score?
8.
Wow. 8. Okay. Ready for this? 3.
Okay.
All right. Wait, this is the first time we were so opposed. Is it the first time?
No, I don't think it's the first time.
No, I'm pretty sure. Like, at least the others were kind of close. Like, within 2.
Other DC ones, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but this one is more like, we really disagreed on this one. All right. So, I'm going to preface this with, I didn't even fully watch the movie because I fell asleep multiple times. And every time I woke up, I was like, oh my God, it's still going. I'm going to try and fall asleep again.
Okay.
So, that's how bad I didn't like this movie. For me, I hated Aquaman. Love you, Jason Momoa. You're awesome. You're an inspiration. And you're jacked. But I didn't, and I'm watching Frontier.
Yeah.
But I actually did not like this movie more than Aquaman. And I really didn't like Aquaman.
You like, it didn't,
I didn't like Aquaman really bad. And that was a horrible sentence.
Yeah, what?
And then I really disliked Aquaman.
Okay.
But this was worse than Aquaman for me.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right, so
Sure.
Go ahead, Vish, because you are a huge fan of this. You walked out of there like.
Okay, so first of
it was
all,
Christmas morning.
Yeah, I mean, Okay, first of all, when we watched the trailers, you were more into this.
Yeah, I was really stoked because I was like, oh,
but
the
I knew
comedy.
it. Like, I felt like it was. This is too jokey or too.
Corny.
I don't know if I want to use that, but I guess so. It felt like that, like a little weird. So I was more skeptical going into it. But I was surprised how much I liked it.
Yeah, and I was so excited going into it.
That
and
you
I was
hated it.
surprised at how much I did not like it. So look at that.
Yeah. So
We switched.
Yeah, we did switch on that one.
So go ahead, because you loved it so hard, and I don't even remember the movie that much.
Well, the first thing that it's not like a positive. It was just like, oh, I remember that actor, Lionel Luthor guy. Did you recognize him?
I don't know
The dad of the bad guy.
Oh yeah, who is he?
From
What
Smallville.
movies? Oh yeah.
Luthor's dad.
Okay, cool.
No, I thought it was kind of. Oh, I know him.
Oh, Lex Luthor's dad.
Lex Luthor's dad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lionel Luthor's
Lionel
name.
Luthor's
Okay,
name.
sure. That's why he looks so familiar. I was like, who is this guy? I've seen him before.
And then, so I didn't know who this bad guy is anyways. I don't know anything about Shazam's story. So, anyways, that was fine. So what I liked, were, I thought the casting was good. I thought the character that played Shazam.
Totally.
And
I agree.
the chemistry between that Shazam and the kid, I don't know his name.
Yeah, no, totally.
Right.
I agree with you on this one. Don't get me wrong; these actors were amazing. Their interactions were very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a great movie. But the only reason why I didn't like it was, and I'll save it for after Vish talks. Go ahead.
Okay. So the things I liked. So, okay, another thing I liked was, because I guess this is a kids movie, and it kind of felt like that going into it.
Yeah.
And everything about it was, this is what a teenager would do if he got superpowers.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Those are the things I
totally.
liked.
Okay, wait. Perfect segue. And then we'll jump back to yours.
Sure.
So that's exactly why I disliked it. Because it was like, for me, superhero movies are supposed to be inspirational. Like, when I watch them, I'm like, oh, I would love to stand up to whatever. Like Aquaman. Even though I didn't like it, it's like, okay, I get it. He's trying to find his past. He's trying to protect his home world. There's like an altruistic agenda there. Sure. You're trying to be an actual superhero. This kid was like,
not trying to be a superhero.
He was like spoiled. It was
exactly.
That's what pissed me off. That's why I liked it. That's what pissed me off. I was like,
that's what a kid would do. We're not here to be
exactly. It was like watching a spoiled little brat, and I was like, that's why I didn't like the movie. I was like,
I would probably do the same thing. That's why I liked it.
See, I wouldn't do the same thing, and that's why I didn't.
It's like no, but because they weren't trying to be superheroes. This is what you would do as a kid. Exploit it.
Yeah, totally. And
that's why I liked
totally exploiting it. Every time I woke up and I saw him using a superpower, I'm like, oh God, you do not deserve this. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, but like I did. That's why I liked it, and that's why the bad guy there was he's only there to make him become the superhero that he's supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay. True.
Right. So.
But it's promoting selfishness to me. That's why I was like, I don't like it.
I don't think it's not promoting selfishness. I think that's what every kid would do. It's reality.
I don't think so.
I think
maybe in the West.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think it's just the West. I think it's your upbringing, though.
Yeah.
It's like if you had like a very astute child from Asia or something. You know, like those kids that like, oh, I also play violin and I go to like mathematics class and I also run the school. You know what I mean? Like one of those. I think they'd be like, oh, great superpowers. Let me use this for the common good, not to make $75 begging for like panhandling. Not panhandling. What was he doing? Busking.
Yeah, that was so. Yes, that part. Like the kid was there to be more of the one with the didn't have superpowers at the time.
Yeah,
was
totally.
Trying to, anyways, convince him not to do what he was doing because he was.
The kid with the leg problem. Yeah. He was awesome though. The acting was so good.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
the acting and the interactions were so good. I just can't stand the story. So it's like for me, that's why it deserved a 3. Like I feel like this is not a good way to like promote to kids.
No. That was his journey, though. After that, the change in him, right?
Maybe I just didn't see the change.
Maybe you didn't,
because I was like trying to sleep through it.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. He was more like pushed to the change, but he did end up changing.
It was all right. A good example. So when he's like, "Oh, eat with me," so the one kid with the leg problem, he's like, oh, I'm really good friends with the Shazam guy. He had like a dumb name for him, but he's like, oh, I'm really good friends with the Shazam guy. He's going to come to lunch. And then I was like, yeah, that kid's not coming to lunch. And then like the Shazam guy's not coming to lunch.
Yeah.
And then he didn't come to lunch.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no doubt. And then he's like, oh, I got bullied because of you, right? You were supposed to be there and like make me cool. Well, first of all, why you want to be cool? I get it. Your leg's all messed up, whatever. But like, it just seemed like desperation. I was watching desperate characters, you know? And I don't like that feeling of like, maybe that's like inherently in me. You know, like I don't like that feeling of desperation. I like, please love me.
Yeah, but these are kids though, right? So.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's why it made sense.
But that's why when I was watching, I was like irritated. It reminded me of like being a little kid again, and I was like, oh god, that's so annoying.
I looked at it more differently in this aspect of like what you would do with those abilities, and that's
True, I get,
that's why
for sure. But see, like as a kid growing up, there's a reason why I had a close knit circle of friends like you guys, because I was like, I'm not interested in trying to be popular or.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but they were so desperate for attention and love, and like that sickens me when I see it. It's like it's so weak.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never wanted that for myself because it seemed a little pathetic to like self-aggrandize in your mind through external perceptions of other people. So when I watched that movie, I was just watching somebody I would have been like, you're so lame, bro. Like,
oh yeah, I mean that's the corniness part of that, right?
But it would be different.
I was able to look past that, I guess.
Yeah.
In the aspect of, like, I fell for the ones that I liked, and I focused more on that than the things that I didn't like about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, like, this is what I would do with the superpowers. This is what I like. You know what I mean? That's what I felt like. This kind of hit the marks for me.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't look at it around as like see that's why no hold on, rewind. That's why I love Spider-Man. So Spider-Man growing up was sick for me because Spider-Man was an outsider. I guess that's why I liked emo music too. It was like outsider culture.
Maybe
I'm like psychoanalyzing myself now because I'm like, why did I hate this movie so much? You know when they say like the thing that you hate the most is usually the thing you're dealing with the most. Like you're projecting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that I'm probably projecting my own disgust over like insecurity. That's why I didn't like the movie. It was just a bunch of insecure kids, and I was like, oh man. See, the difference is like Spider-Man, right? He was using his powers for himself. He's like, dude, this is sick. I would do the same. That's how I would use my powers. I'd entertain myself. I wouldn't try and become popular with powers. That's so lame. Like, there's something wrong with you if you are seeking externally for some sense of like self outside of yourself, you know? All right, go ahead.
So, no, you're right. Yeah, but it's psychoanalyzing at like that level. I don't think that they were trying to do that. I think DC was also trying to find a way to make money. Yeah,
exactly.
And make it work because they kept failing.
But
they kept failing at the ones that we liked.
Right. Because that's a point to our society.
Yeah,
it's like, so what's going to make money is trying to be popular. There's a reason why all these kids out now are flexing so hard.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like we're not looking at the internal value of things. We're looking at the external value of things. And that, even the way it ended, when he's like, oh, he's going to show up for lunch. I'm like, oh, great, you got a new car. You know what I mean? It's like that kid that bought like a Beamer, and it's like, oh, that's not your Beamer, that's your parents' Beamer. But you're like looking like you're so cool because you have this Beamer, but it's like you're just really insecure because you need this Beamer. Spider-Man never did that. Spider-Man was like, all right, I'm gonna go chill on my own.
No, he did the same thing in the beginning. He went for money.
No. There's a difference. He wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna bring Spider-Man and make myself popular at school. That's what I'm saying. He was still a nerd at school. Yeah, of course you're gonna go for money.
But he did use it though at school.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a difference there. It's like Spider-Man was going after greed, right? So it's like, all right, that's cool. Like, I would make money too. If I had the ability to, like, you ever watch that movie? What was that teleport movie? Not Blink. Oh man, it was like
teleport movie. With who?
With Hayden Christensen.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna kill me.
I know what you're talking about.
Google it.
I forgot.
All right, quick pause. Podcast etiquette: never Google things on your phone as you are
That's right.
talking. You keep talking, and then I'll jump back in.
Yeah. So I mean, is it a perfect movie? Of course not. But I enjoyed it. That's the thing. So what I didn't like. So there's a couple of things. I don't think that.
Sorry. Pause. Sorry.
Okay,
sorry. Yeah.
I didn't like. There were some parts you can tell the CG wasn't good.
Oh yeah, that was another gripe.
Inside, I remember like inside the mall when they were flying.
Let's not divert, because let's end this thought.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm gonna go to the CG thing too, because I didn't like that either.
Yeah.
So it was called Jumper.
Oh yeah.
And it seems pretty criminal, but who wouldn't do it? If you had the ability to teleport, why would you not teleport into a bank, take a little bit of money, teleport out? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but that's like greed. You know, it's like, it's like, okay, yeah, you're trying to make your life better, whatever. You know, it is what it is. But this is like not even about making your life. I guess this is about making your life better, but from an external popularity standpoint.
I didn't even feel that though. That's not what I felt that was happening.
I guess
because he was bullied.
Maybe
right?
It's because you don't suffer from that.
Maybe.
You know, maybe you don't like. But I suffer from that. Like it. Why do you need to? Maybe that's even why I got into like yoga martial arts. It's like, why do I need this external validation of you? I can make myself awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right.
Yeah,
anyways,
maybe.
I really griped hard with the story of this movie.
Right.
And that's why I didn't like it.
I liked it a lot. So yeah, that's funny.
Like even at the end, he's like, oh, why are you guys at my table? We all have different lunches. And I'm like, oh, because there's a surprise. Oh, hey, Shazam showed up to make you cool.
Yeah.
That's so insecure, bro.
Yeah. So
the fat guy in Spider-Man appreciated his fatness. This kid with the messed up leg couldn't get past his messed up leg. So it was a story about kids that suffer psychologically. And the hope is like what they're putting in your mind is one day maybe I'll get a superpower from a freaking wizard that's not real. So you're just going to spend your whole life hoping for things that are obviously, rather than making substantial change of accepting and loving yourself. Like the fat dude in Spider-Man. Sorry, you're not fat. The big bone dude. The
Kingpin?
hefty. No.
Who you talking?
His sidekick. Homecoming. That's
in
Spider-Man.
Homecoming. So, okay.
Remember, he's like, we all need a tech guy.
Yeah. Oh,
He embraced himself, and he made himself cool for being a loner.
Mm.
See what I'm saying? But like this movie was like, don't worry, kids that feel like you're losers. One day a wizard's gonna come. Rather than being like, yeah, but I like the kid in Spider-Man, but I excel in technology. So what I lack in, physical appearance, but he's cute. I mean, whatever. What I lack in this, he's not focusing on his flaws. He's focusing on his positives. Whereas this movie is about focusing on your flaws to a fault. That's why I was upset.
Okay, I didn't feel that, but that's fine.
All right, yeah. Griping so hard about this.
Yeah,
bro.
you are.
All right, go ahead. Continue. But I love the actors. You guys were sick.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. That's what I like the encounter. So, problems I didn't like: bad CG.
Yeah, CG was. When the 7 Deadly Sins came out, I was like, oh god.
Yeah, so that part.
No, but you know why though? It's because we watched it in IMAX. I keep telling you, it's like it's too crisp that you could see the flaws. When I watched Avengers the first time, I was like, oh, they're wearing costumes. When I watched it the second time,
I didn't feel it with Avengers though.
All right, but I did. So when I saw Avengers the second time in like a lower quality movie, I was like, oh, I can get into it because you can't see that they're wearing, like, the quality's not there. Yeah. So it allows the mind to fill in the gaps. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
Then what I felt was kind of weird was like, I guess it was a desperate attempt, but Jim and Hansu's character, the wizard.
Oh my god.
Like to choose their.
Oh, I thought I meant the costume. It looks so dorky.
I just.
All right, you know what was also a continuity flaw in that one? All right, he was a wizard, right? Yeah. Wizards, the origin of a wizard comes from the English times, right? Like that's where Merlin the wizard. You know what I mean? They didn't believe in Zeus and Athena and all these things, but he kept saying, I'm going to give you the knowledge of Zeus. I'm going to give you the power of Athena. Stuff like that. I was like, wait, this is Greek mythology. You're mixing Greek mythology with like Roman. It was more Roman mythology. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why are you flipping the two? I guess like when you know too much is like kind of irritating. Like it's like being a scientist.
And but you gotta, like, it's just all make believe though, right?
No, right. For sure. But it's like when Neil deGrasse Tyson is like, wait, the physics wouldn't work like that.
Yeah, I know. But this is a kid's story. It doesn't have to work.
I know, but it's like, why'd you have to name all these Greek gods that there was no wizards in Greek time? There were sorcerers maybe, but You were a wizard. You said you were a wizard.
Yeah.
And you look like a freaking wizard. Why do you have this long beard? All right, anyways.
What I mean, my gripe was like how quickly he chose who Shazam was, because
he's desperate though. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was just like
time was running out.
But yeah, but it's like you waited so long, and now you're just could have done that in the first place.
Exactly.
So that was those are the plot holes that I didn't like.
You know what this movie is propagating? Easy outs.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my life sucks.
Sure.
And I don't love myself. Don't worry, easy out. Wizard's coming. Oh, I couldn't find the person that's correct. Oh, don't worry, easy out. Just give it to this kid. Mm-hmm. It's like rather than doing the work, you're just choosing the easy out every time, and that's why I didn't like it. Another reason why I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. Love the characters though. Just I didn't like the story. Right. Yeah, the story was killing me. Right. The message behind the story. Go
ahead. And then I just didn't get the mom plot. Thought that was a little weird. But again, I don't know this story at all. So
I don't know the story at all too. So, but that mom plot was so terrible. It was like, well, continuity error. You guys said that she looked the same. I fell asleep at that part. I didn't know that he found his mom. Yeah. But you guys were like, oh, she looked exactly the same as from the thing in the beginning.
Or she didn't look 17. She
in the movie, yeah. Yeah. So it's like, bro, either cast better or like fix that plot hole.
Right.
It's like kind of weird. And it's so dumb. It's like, it looked like you guys had a good relationship. Did they go back in time? I fell asleep, so...
Yeah, they did show, but she saw that he was with the cops.
No, but what I'm saying is, was his perception of him and his mom having a good relationship different? So you know how, like...
kind of. It was...
so he was deluding himself. He didn't actually have a good relationship with his mom.
Well, I didn't think we saw the... her, like, stressfulness of having a kid. I don't know.
Oh, they showed that? Her stress?
I don't know, or I don't know if I looked into that after. I'm not too sure.
Uh-huh.
But...
So again, easy outs. Hold on, easy outs. Oh, okay, yeah, I have this kid at 17. Rather than like dealing with the situation or even giving him up for adoption, I'm just gonna leave him with this freaking cop. Like it's just a movie of easy outs.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm not looking at it like this.
A patheticness.
Because you don't need to. It's just a movie.
But still, it's like.
Right.
Like when I watch these things, I'm always looking for a deeper meaning.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course. There's always good movies to do that do that.
Yeah.
But they try to do that. I mean, it's like
no, but see,
Warner Bros. Been trying to do that, but it didn't work.
But superhero movies are the quintessential thing that is going to like change the mindset of a generation. Like, good example. Yeah. So like I watched a lot of anime growing up, Street Fighter 2V, and then I posted on Instagram how like those scenes actually influenced my future life. Like, why did I travel? Because in that show, they're like, we should travel the world and find these different martial artists. And I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. Or like, the right path is my path. It was like, oh, that's the message in the dojo. See what I'm saying? It's like, you don't know what's going to be programmed in these kids' minds. So why are you going to program easy outs in the kids' minds? It should be like overcoming obstacles.
It's just a fun movie.
But this is going to program into children's minds in the future. That's what I'm saying.
One movie, I don't think so. If everyone's like this, maybe.
True, yeah. But no, all I'm saying is that's why
I know. That's why
I think it was sending the wrong message.
I liked it because it was...
Love the actors.
Just fun. That's all it was for me.
Love the directing. Love DC. Batman vs Superman was amazing, but
that nobody agreed with that.
Yeah, exactly. But
so they had to do something.
I just don't like the story. That's all.
That's
I don't like the message. You know, well, the story had errors.
Yeah,
but also I just didn't like the message behind the movie.
Okay. I think that's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Yeah. All right. So continue. What else? What did you love, Vish? Because you love this movie. Sorry, I said that really snarky.
I know.
I know. Sorry, I was really pissed off at the movie. My bad. Love you, buddy. I just didn't like this movie. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean those are the things I like. Just that's what I would do with those powers. That's how you would act as a kid if you had those powers. That's what I thought.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. Again, because I guess I was coming into it already not.
So it's like
in the viewpoint of
if a kid is like, oh, I get wizard powers one day. Let me just abuse this. See what I'm saying? It's like. It's pre-programming. It's like
I think that's reality.
No, I don't think that's reality.
I think it's reality.
maybe here, maybe the new generation of reality, and that's what they're tapping into because they're like, oh, this will. You don't think that? All right.
I think all kids would do that.
No, I don't think so.
Many kids would do that.
No, I'm saying this generation.
Okay.
I'm saying past generations. That's why emo culture got so big. It was like anti-establishment. Punk culture was really big because it was about going against the norm and being who you really are.
Yeah, because there are no superheroes, so you have to do that.
No, but there were superheroes like Superman, Spider-Man, like the original characters that they kept pumping out.
No, I know. Yeah. But
I feel a little bad. I took that out on you right there with a little emotion. I'm sorry about that. I was just really heated because I was like, oh man, why are you guys doing this?
Yeah. I just liked it because it was just a good movie. That's all I liked it as.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't look at it like in such levels because that's not what I was expecting.
True, I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
I guess that's what it was more like. I know what I was getting into, and it just hit those marks that I was.
I guess
getting into. Of course, there's problems with the story or gripes with the story, but again, that's not a big deal to me, at least.
Yeah. All right, let me talk about things I liked at least.
At least, yeah, sure.
The jokes were really funny. I really liked the family vibe, like the orphanness. They kind of made the parents seem kind of creepy in the beginning, though. When he got in the car and they turned around.
No, I didn't feel it creepy.
I didn't feel like loving. I was like, ooh, what are you gonna like abduct me? What's going on?
I didn't feel it creepy though. I just felt it was fun. It was fun. Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny when he was giving his like evil superhero speech, and then he's like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "That is the reality of the situation."
Yeah.
Like that is what it would be like. You wouldn't hear him from like a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty funny. Like the jokes were really good. I think these actors were amazing. That kid with the leg issue, genius actor. I think he's so good.
Yeah, he was good.
And like the main kid character, he's got like this lovable quality about him, like this mischievous, lovable quality.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what I didn't like? I said this in the beginning. That's funny. I just like went to good and then quickly back to bad. Right. When he tricked those cops, I was like, oh, this kid's sick, right? Because I love that mischievous nature. But then I realized, like, wait, you're tricking the cops to get information on a person.
Oh yeah, you want to.
But it's like it said present day, so it's like, dude, technology's advanced way further than this. You don't need to like open a phone book anymore. Just Google that person's name. Maybe they have a Facebook account or a LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like you didn't go through the normal.
Well, I didn't even think of that because he looked like he went through so many names, and this is another option to try.
Maybe, but why do you have a notepad, bro?
I don't know. That's a good point.
What are they trying to say? He's like poor, so he can afford a smartphone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but you're a trickster. Like you con the cops. Why don't you just steal a smartphone?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I don't know. Or maybe because he was an orphan, so he doesn't know how technology works. Like, what angle were you guys going there? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I did not think of that. It was not something, again, not something important to me.
I was just like.
Yeah.
I was like, you're insulting my intelligence.
Right.
That's what this movie felt.
Mm-hmm.
The plot holes in the story felt like insulting my intelligence.
Right. Well, true. These, I guess, didn't work for you. That's fine. Not everything has to. But we hated Aquaman, but it was the best for DC, or best for Warner Brothers, actually. They
Really?
Really, really good.
Oh, you looked at the stats.
Yeah, they did really, really good, and this is looking really, really good.
Which one?
Money-wise.
This Shazam?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah. I was looking at the IMDb just now, and it was like 7.8.
Yeah. No, I mean, like in as like blockbuster wise, this is actually working for Warner Brothers. They tried the other way, didn't work. This is more of the Marvel way, actually.
Yeah, but still, it's not even really the Marvel way, because Marvel still has aspirations. Like Tony Stark, they did it really good in Marvel, where it's like, yeah, he was a billionaire playboy, but he saw the error of his ways. This is like a 14-year-old kid. Yeah, but you don't have any life experience.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. You put a 14-year-old with superpowers, what happens?
I know, but like, so how are you supposed to make a monumental change at 14? Like, your inherent nature is, like looking at the psychology behind it, he was abandoned, he couldn't stay with the home, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to believe that you changed because you were fighting bad guys.
Yeah.
There was no like, see, like Tony Stark's was like, he realized the weapons that he was creating were hurting people when he meant for them to protect people. So that's a monument. It's like, no, that's a real revelation. But fighting a couple bad guys, how does that make you change in your revelation?
Right. But I think that's what Marvel always had, that
deeper meaning.
Yeah, they designed their characters to do that. I think DC had a hard time connecting with people. They just couldn't do it.
Connecting with people, that's a great way to put it. That's what the error was.
I felt it did do that.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to say that Marvel does it better in terms of connecting.
Oh, yeah, Marvel does it better, but that's why this worked, though.
It was an attempt, but it's like that is what all of these issues with these movies are. You can't really connect to people, and that's why Marvel's doing so well, because they figured out how to connect to people.
Yeah.
Like, they're able to put comedy with action.
Because, like, so, yeah, exactly. Because that's why, I think that's why Batman vs. Superman didn't work. They were like,
it was too dark.
It's too dark. Like, this should be more fun. Like, why is it too dark?
But it was sick. It was like,
I know, but that's what we like.
That's what I loved. That's what I loved about the DC universe. Is like Marvel is like happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, but we're the
DC's
minority
like,
here, though, right?
Yeah, true.
They're not going to make.
We got a podcast.
Yeah, we're true. There's nothing. They need to make money. They need to find something that works.
I know, but it's just like it feels disingenuous.
What I hear people saying was they like the heartwarmingness of it too. So.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, the family thing about it. Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, I just saying that's.
At the end when he's like when he's like, oh, he's like all hands on deck, and then he was the one who made the like little affirmation prayer thing, and he's like, I now have a home. It's like, oh my god, bro. Pulling my heartstrings a little more. In a bad way, not like a good way, not like Lion King, where it's like, Mufasa, no. You know what I mean? Like, it was like the cheese ball was a 2 cheese ball.
Yeah, I guess that's why Disney bought Marvel.
Because they knew that they were doing better.
Of course, they're doing better.
Yeah, that's true. It's just so sad.
So I guess there will be a sequel. So it's a success.
Yeah, it looked like there's a sequel. I will not be watching the sequel.
Well, it depends on who it is.
No, but
if they have
I don't want to watch. Oh, that's kind of cool. But
as
I don't know.
the rumors are, what's his name? Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, that's cool. All right, if The Rock's in the movie, I'll watch it. Love The Rock.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. What else you got? Final thoughts?
No. Final thoughts? I mean, I enjoyed it. I think people should check it out.
You ever, do you remember Simple Plan back in the day? I'm Just a Kid. The song.
Oh, the song.
It's like the loser anthem.
Yeah.
This kind of felt like a loser anthem.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
It was an attempt to bring. See, like, a lot of kids back in the 90s felt very underserved. Like, it was very like open. We felt like we were going on a direction that we didn't want to go. Like, life was pushing us in this direction, and hence the emo movement came about.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Simple Plan got really, really big because like they were tapping into like insecurity, right? So like it felt like they were trying to do that with this. They're trying to tap into insecurity, but the solution or the presentation of it was not the same as Simple Plan, where it was like, okay, just be who you want to be. This movie was more about be who other people want you to be.
Okay, I didn't feel that.
Well, that's why you liked it, and that's why I hated it.
I didn't look into it like that level. I don't think I'm gonna get anything from movies in that sense, unless it's like from Christopher Nolan or something.
True. You know what's really bad? Like, what's kind of freaky if you think about it? Like, the fact that I looked at it at that level, it's like, no, but it's like, right. It's like Guy Ritchie. He's like, when you're ready to glean what there is to glean, you can glean what there is to glean, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like every story has like a deeper meaning.
Yeah.
That all storytellers know that there's a deeper meaning to stories, right? And like I feel like putting myself in that psychological state all the time of like analyzing things has like habituated me to always look at things in that manner.
It's not gonna always like that, but yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Know
and it's
saying.
like I'm like, maybe that's not a good thing. It's like
I don't think
I didn't appreciate the movie, you know? But yeah.
That's okay. No one has to. Not everyone has to like.
Like if I was gonna watch a movie about nothing, I would watch like the Chihuahua Wonder Dog movies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's at least I know my intelligence is gonna be insulted, and that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we already spoke about final thoughts?
Yeah, I liked it. People should check it out.
All right, so we're going to rescore it. What'd you score it?
I'm 8. So I'd
Solid 8?
Stick with an 8.
After analyzing it from this conversation, I'm going to go for a 1. I went down. Damn, I usually go down. Or I usually shift mine.
Yeah.
What does that say about
it.
my character? Very influential.
What?
What does that say about my character if I always switch it every time?
Right.
It's like
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
But
gonna give
that's
it a 1.
I mean that's also good to have though. Depends. That means you can change your mind based on your facts.
Thanks, man. Thanks for putting that into positive right there. Actually, I'm gonna make it a 2 because 1 seems too harsh. I really like the comedy. I really like the actors. You guys made it a 2. The story just killed me. Right. If it wasn't for the comedy and the actors, this would be a 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And I liked
think
I
that's
liked
what
the way it was filmed too. Like,
yeah.
I liked everything about the movie, literally minus the story and the message.
But the story and the message is minus 7 points?
Yeah, because it's like your what do you mean minus 7? Minus
or
9.
minus 9.
Yeah.
8.
8, yeah.
Minus 8.
Right. No, because it's like you're marketing to children who are highly influential, and you're giving them the incorrect message at a very susceptible age.
Okay.
And that's why I was like, that's not cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's what's wrong with our culture now. It's like, if you look at the young people who are coming into fame, they're coming into fame from negative points. And these people are like loving on them. These kids nowadays are loving on them. Like that girl, the Catch Me Outside girl, but there's the other one with she's always like, let me flex on him. The little girl, little Asian kid? Yeah. You remember? She's not
Lil
that
Tay?
famous.
I don't know.
Lil Tay, yeah.
Was it Lil Tay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the internet for you. That's what's happening now.
Like, I can't watch that. I'd just be like, like this is, you are, people always look to their peer group who are famous, right? And it's like, now all these kids are going to be like, oh, I'm Lil Tay. Like, it was like Thrasher now is like popular, right? But Thrasher is a skateboarding thing, right? So then everyone started wearing Thrasher. My cousin was like wearing Thrasher, and I was like, oh, why you wear the Thrasher? Because it's cool. And I'm like, yeah, it's a skateboarding thing, right? You know, that's like a punk thing, right? You like punk music? You know what I mean? It's like, but it's like, no, it's cool because other people are using it. That's what I'm saying. It's fine that you think that way, but I'm saying, like, as an adult, me now looking at it, it's like, yeah, but that's what people are doing. You're influencing the future generations. And I don't think this is a good direction of influence. Once again, I like to state that everything else from the movie was amazing. Like, if the story was different, honestly, if it was like, if they just changed the story, I would be like, this is a 10.
So,
swear to God, it was a 10.
Yeah.
If it was different, story-wise.
Yeah.
Because the comedy was on point, the actors were on point, the visuals were on point, minus CGI. But other than that, I just can't get behind that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like when people post those like World Star videos and they see somebody getting like there was this video my cousin showed me. I was like, oh man, that's so negative. It's like this girl was shopping and these two girls from school saw her, so they ran up and like slapped her in the face, and then her other friend started beating her in the face with like fists, and then they all ran to the store, and that girl was just crying, and I was like, nah guys, we can't be like that as a society. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the reality is they were. I know we don't.
Right, they are, because society is about herding cats. Right, like the majority of people just want to be told what to do.
Yeah.
Literally,
of course.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
And then the creators are the ones pushing society in different directions. And then people are like, "Oh no, I don't want to be told what to do." It's like, okay, then what are your thoughts?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to be a free thinking person is to have ideas that you've challenged and you can stand behind no matter what other people say. You know, like even for this podcast, there's like some people who are like, they're like, oh, I listened to that thing and I like disagree with it. I'm like, oh, okay, you want to challenge me on it? Because I totally stand behind everything I said. You know,
Yeah.
or I'm willing to listen to an alternate viewpoint because I might be wrong, but I didn't say it from a place of like, I want you to like me. You know, but you were never like that too. So it's like,
no,
you aren't still like that. So it's like, so I can get why you're looking at it completely superficially.
Yeah.
Just exactly why I would give it a 10 too. If there was no story, I'd give it a 10. You gave it an 8, but I would give it a 10. It was really good, minus the story and the message.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you say no to watching, I say go ahead, watch it.
all right, what is the final score?
Well, yeah, I stick with 8.
No, average score.
I don't know. You do that,
man.
Matt.
All right, I was gonna pull out my phone right now. No, 5. 8 plus 2 divided by 2.
Sure.
10 divided by 2.
Yeah.
5. Yeah. So this is a 5. So it is a toss-up. Oh, it's perfect. I unintentionally did that. It is exactly a 50%.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for the superficial, go check it out. I advocate that. But if you're looking for the deeper meaning, do you advocate what I just said?
Right.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh.
Do you advocate it?
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
So then it's a perfect 50-50.
Yeah.
If you want the superficial, go check it out. I agree. It would be,
If you just want to have fun, that's all. That's
if
what
you
I'm
just
viewing
want to
it
have
as.
fun, totally.
Yeah.
I
Don't
would
think.
agree.
Don't take it seriously. That's the whole point.
Like, take nothing in this movie seriously.
Just enjoy the.
Just enjoy the ride. Yeah.
That's all.
But if you're looking like, oh, I want to take my kid to a movie so that he'll be inspired, don't do this. Because this is just going to create spoiled brats.
Right. Sure.
Yeah. That was a good one. Who thought we'd go so, like...
I did not expect this to be a long
right?
one.
Like, honestly, when I was like, okay, it's going to be an easy podcast this week. It's just going to be a movie review. And then, like, watching it's like, I was like, we're probably going to talk about, like, how cool it was, the jokes were funny, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I didn't know we'd go into this deep psychoanalysis because I hated it so much and you loved it. So it's like...
I mean, it's good. It's
good.
good to have opposing views.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So next week, any movies coming out?
Not next week, I don't think.
When does my sister was asking when Avengers is?
Oh, that's the end of this month. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's not next week.
No, it's not next week. End of this month.
So I guess you'll check out a weekly roundup unless we end up watching a different movie. But I don't think there's gonna be any other movies. So enjoy it. Like with life, take it both seriously and not seriously at times.
Yeah.
You got a philosophical message, Vish, to like end them on?
I don't know.
Dig deep.
Dig deep. Okay.
You're gonna say something super philosophical.
I don't know, man. You don't need superheroes.
Oh, that was actually pretty. Oh, that's actually really super. That's not superficial. That was actually good. Wow, can't speak. That was actually a very good philosophical statement. You don't need superheroes. Look internally to find gratitude and happiness, and not external gratification, because that's all transient. At the end of the day, the people that are around you are gonna come and go, but you will be stuck with you forever. So make sure you like you.
Yeah.
You like that? Took your like little seed
I know,
that
yeah,
grew
you
into a
took that,
tree.
yeah.
Grew into a tree, and now we're eating apples from that tree.
The forbidden apple.
Of knowledge.
Yeah.
But knowledge is what got us out of the garden.
Yes.
Only to realize that the garden was here the whole time. Oh my God! See how I'm doing this? Oh,
All right, let's just stop.
apples
Let's
one.
just stop right now. I think it's time.
All right, cool. All right, take it easy. Oh, watch our behind the scenes so you can see how we bring these episodes to you every single week and enjoy.
Yes.
See, hold on, final thing. See, everything we do, I like to believe, has like a grain of like not what Shazam was about. And that's why I didn't like Shazam. Right?
Sure.
All right, take it easy.
Yes. Peace.
Bye.